When Boi Mutant was first announced, there was a little confusion about what the game is actually supposed to be, but don't worry, it's pretty much like X-Men, but instead of people, there are animals, that's it. See? There's Wolverine. Sort of. There's also Storm. Well, sort of. There's Professor Xavier too. And it doesn't stop there. You also have Clown Strife with a pistol. And Rambo. But enough about X-Men, that franchise makes no sense at all anyway. As if there could be a bunch of mutants roaming around who are not dissected by a team of scientists and doctors from the US federal government?
It just doesn't add up.
Boi Mutant, on the other hand, is totally realistic. You know why? Because the game has no fall damage. No fall damage at all. You can jump off the highest peak, and just dust it off like it's nothing. That's the kind of realism we need in video games. Not this, walking around falling after every step ever. Ask yourself, how many times in your life have you seen a rat or a squirrel or something like that fall off from a height and die? Probably never. See? That's what I call immersion. Even their language makes more sense than our version of English. For instance, this here is what we call an elevator or a lift. But if you see the dictionary, to elevate means to rise up, and lifting means raising something up. So, these names are only half right. In Boi Mutant, elevators are called up and downs, because they go up and down. You know what I call that?
Smart.
Here's another example. See this thing? Seems a little bit like a jet ski. But the name jet ski makes no sense whatsoever. I mean, it's not a jet, and it's definitely not used to skiing. So what the fuck is that? Instead, Boi Mutant calls it a goo glider. Why? Because there's goo all around, and it glides on it. Let that sink in. But it won't, because it's a glider.
Wow. You just wrinkled my brain, man.
The game also gives you a lot of helpful DIY lessons. Did you know that if you attach a toilet brush to a chainsaw handle, you can create a weapon that can freeze your enemies? It's genius. You freeze them, and you shatter them like it's hammer time. I tried killing a few rats with the frosty toilet chainsaw brush myself. It totally works. Here's the footage. You see? Boi Mutant has some serious potential, but the problem with Boi Mutant is that all of this potential ends up mutating into something rather tedious, because the story and progression is straight up bland. There's no sugar, no spice, there's some things that are nice. It's the standard beat up bad guys and save the world formula, with little flashbacks, most of which don't really make you care for anything. But hey, at least the world is pleasant and vibrant. But the chemical X that holds it all together is definitely the gameplay, for which I think it should get a sequel. And if that doesn't work out, maybe another sequel. And maybe another one after that. After all, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. You should try until you succeed. BTW, do you know what succeeds the best? You. Oh wait, you don't suck seeds, you just suck. Boom. Roasted.